Well, hello there. Meredith Allen Brightstein here with my esteemed guest, Laura Frontiero. And as many of you know, I am a motivational keynote speaker and I host a TV talk show called The Meredith Show. But today it's all about the shine. And Laura Frontiero, everything she does shines. And
Oh,
so I want you to know, thank you, Laura, for being live with us and joining me for a few minutes. You have been really generous in sharing a little bit of your story today with our private community. So I don't know about you, Laura, but I have a private community that's invitation only because I believe that our connections in this world are one of the critical success components for elevating ourselves to our greatness. And I'm so delighted to be connected to you and so thankful that you are my friend. And I know that my viewers and my members are really, really, really always looking to level up. So I wanted to share just a slice of our interview that you share with my private community today, because I think people need to hear this message. So let's start at the beginning. You were the founder of Bio Radiant Health, and you worked as a nurse practitioner for 21 years, leading up to being fully devoted to healing people through natural and functional medicine. So tell us a little bit about what has happened in this past year that I feel shows extraordinary shine. You actually walked away. Tell us about that.
yeah. So I walked away from the security of working in the Western medicine world as a nurse practitioner. I walked away from a huge pension. I walked away from a guaranteed income, a guaranteed six-figure income. And I did that because if I stayed there, it was going to stifle who I am. I wasn't going to be able to continue growing. I had outgrown that job. And I had been working on the side for 6 years on my own natural medicine, functional medicine business, where I work with people on a virtual basis to help heal the root causes of most health conditions. So when you think of brain fog and fatigue and hormone imbalance and thyroid issues and weight gain and regain and irritating digestive issues, migraine headaches, all of this, the Western medicine world doesn't have a great solution to solving this. And so I really finally retired at age 49. I retired, turned
Woo,
50.
I love hearing that.
Yeah, turned 50 the next month and was fully stepped into my functional medicine virtual business. And once I did that, it's done nothing but explode. I mean, just grown and grown, scaled like crazy over the last 8 months. So it's been really exciting.
Well, I have to say, not only exciting, extraordinary. You're very humble, but I think that people would love to hear some numbers. You've had a huge financial win recently. Talk to people about that, because they can fully, I think it's one thing to say I'm walking away from the security of my job, but it's another to turn yourself inside out and crush it
Yeah.
with what you're doing.
Well, let me give you some context. So when I very first started my functional medicine health coaching business, I would have a launch where I would, offer a product up from a masterclass, and I would maybe have a $25,000 launch, which was hugely successful, right? Like I had never, the day that I made $25,000 in a day or two was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Because normally it would take me several months to earn that amount of money. But this last one that we just did so far, it's shaping up to be a $400,000 launch, and that's conservative because
Stop! She doesn't even. She's so serious. $400,000.
Yeah, in a matter of 4 weeks. Yeah,
in 4 weeks. Okay, so these are the people that I love sharing with my audience and the Shine Society, and I think I wanted to stop you for a moment because that just doesn't happen. So for a moment, for people who are interested in more Shine interviews, type Shine in the chat. Stay connected to us. We will absolutely reveal all the ways you can connect, not only to Laura, but to our community. And I want to give you a moment to say, what did it take to do that?
Yeah. Well, we totally unpacked that on the private interview. I talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And I think one of the things I shared was what you see, what I create in the world is flawless, right? It's beautiful. The experience for my clients, the experience for my viewers, the experience for people who get access to my free things, my paid things, whatever we're doing. The user experience is beautiful, but what it takes on the inside to create that is where true leadership rises, because it's never easy, it's never seamless, and it's never pretty on the inside. We have this joke going right now on my team that this last 4 weeks that we've been in has been like playing the Hunger Games, because every day we are faced with a new obstacle that we must solve or die. Like literally, I'll give you just one example. So one day there was a glitch between my email management system and the system where I hold my learning portal, and it let 500 people into give access to my paid program that hadn't paid for it. I mean, these are the kinds of things that just happen, and you
the things you don't see coming. But yes, and one of the things that you mentioned in the interview, and you have to watch the full interview, and we would love for you to be a member of my community and share in Laura's greatness, but is the difference between, and I think this is one thing that no matter what your company is, no matter what your goal, you're playing the game of life is you get to be proactive and not reactive in life. I think it's a superpower. And talk to us about how that works for you in your practice.
So we have a lot of obstacles to solve every day. When you're on this level of a product launch, something breaks every day. And the amount of customer service inquiries that come in, and even just the amount of people who buy something and then at the last minute decide I want a refund, right? Like you can make that make something about you. So every refund could be a little stab at your heart, like, oh, or you can just shift from it and not make it make anything about you. And so I think the secret to the success is being unemotional about all the breakdowns and not lashing out, not being, angry, sad, frustrated. Sure, you can have a moment. You can have a moment where that happens. You're human, but you cannot stay in that energy. You must shift into problem solving. And the thing that I think is so critical is you must treat your team with grace and support them, because they're in it with you and they will make mistakes and things will break, and you have to model for them. Your leadership has to model for them how to be to get through it, because if they're in breakdown, the problems aren't going to be solved. So you can't be in blame and shame and guilt and frustration with your team or yourself. You must shift from that. The faster you shift from that, the faster you will build.
Absolutely. Well, I think the gift is not only in the shift, but the gift is in you sharing your story and shining. Thank you so much, Laura, for being not only willing to be vulnerable and connected enough to share your extraordinary success, but it takes a lot of courage to shine. So thank you for sharing your story. And in the middle of a busy launch.
Yeah, we're not done yet. We still got about a week and a half, and then we'll
another week and a half. Oh my God, what a true friend. Thank you so much for your time and being with us. Thank you all for watching. And remember, you can catch the Meredith Show YouTube channel online. Everything is the Meredith Show here. And we have all of Laura's contact information right here for you to click through and join her community and get connected to her as well. Thank you, Laura, so much.
Thank you, Meredith.